Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for the 5th place playoff game between South Africa and Argentina. And there is a lot on the line because if Argentina win this game, they are crowned as the 2023-24 season champions. So they, of course, just need a win. However you can do it, whether it's gritty or grindy, but up against them, the Blitzboks, a side that are extremely dangerous when they are firing. They've got a great starting lineup here too, quite a nice mix of what they've had throughout the rest of the competition. They were undefeated throughout their pool stages, just losing that quarterfinals in Golden Point up against the Australians. But in their starting side, it is Tristan Lade, Savue Soyas-Wapi, Kat Letterballi, Dylan Sage, Dean Pretorius, Zane Davids, and Roscoe Speckman. So a majority of those men coming off the bench for some of the earlier fixtures for the Argentines: Santiago Mari, Luciano Gonzalez, Herman Schultz, Joaquin Palandini, Santiago Alvarez, Tobias Wade, and Rodrigo Isgro. Now, unfortunately for the Irish, well, not unfortunately, sorry for the Irish, unfortunately for the Argentines, they were beaten by the Irish in their quarterfinal. These two sides definitely dangerous. Could be a high-scoring one. We may even see one going right down to the wire, but we are ready to go, ladies and gents. It will be the South Africans to kick this ball off from right to left, get this 5th place playoff game underway. And this game is pretty much Argentina's, well, it's their game to lose, isn't it, when you think about it? If they win it, they get the championship. If they lose it, then there's a chance that Ireland can still get themselves one, and that it's going to be knocked on by Argentina within the first 10 seconds, not exactly the start. It will be the first time ever for Argentina as well that they are able to become the league winners. Of course, we will have the playoff games next week, or sorry, the next leg of the Sevens. The way that it sits here, Ireland, they're trying to gain that 12-point difference. In fact, it's actually down to 8 points difference between the two sides. So Argentina need to win this to secure it. Then I believe if they don't win this game, Argentina, then Ireland would have to win to get themselves the title. So there is a chance that we could see Argentina and Ireland both lose. And if that was the case, then it would be Argentina who do get themselves the championship. And now Letterballi puts it on the inside to Dean Pretorius, sitting about 30 metres out from the line at the moment for the South Africans. I should mention there is no Christy Hrubela, there is no Impi Visa, no Selvin Davids in the starting lineup. They will all come off the bench and bring that real impact to this Blitzboks lineup. Great shot from Tobias Wade there on Tristan Lades. Pressure in the breakdown, but Letterballi is able to clean it up for the South Africans. And now with another step. Come back to the left-hand side. We have got hello everyone from New Zealand. Says Johan Lowiskagny. Welcome in, mate. If you are keeping well, step pass out wide from the Blitzboks. The referee says it's gone backwards. Seems like there's a bit of controversy early, but Dean Pretorius is the man who scores the first try of the contest. Johan from France, from Anthony there. We're going to see the replay now. Yeah, it's probably forward by a metre, but it's still going to count as the try for the Blitzboks. Looking forward to the Toulouse Harlequins later on today. Says Anthony. Yeah, we are going to be covering that one on the channel. We are going to be scheduling it very soon, probably after this next live stream that we are on, but we are hoping to do that game, even though the voice might not be working by then. We've got our fingers crossed that hopefully we will be able to do it. But 5-0 at the moment is the way that it sits for the South Africans. They were able to score it out wide. Now, Argentina did feel like that was a forward pass, and they had a fair argument for that one, but got to take your opportunities, play to the whistle. And that's exactly what South Africa were able to do. But now Tristan Lades getting ready to drop kick this one. Just making it travel about the 15 metres, slapped back by Argentina. And it's going to go back for a penalty in favour of South Africa. That is due to an offside advantage. Okay, I think Argentina were just asking the question whether or not that was all right. Are you going to cover the Sharks final, bro? We certainly are. It's going to be taking place in about 3 weeks' time, where they go head-to-head with Gloucester. Hamish, I apologise for my grumpy behaviour, because the Saints commentator said that South African does not belong in Investment Champions Cup. Says Mornay. That's going to be a nice bit of work in the breakdown, although hands go down. Another penalty against Argentina. That is 3 on the trot that they're being penalised for. And you can tell already that there is frustration on the face of the Argentinian players because this game is for pretty much the title. If they lose this, there's a great chance that Ireland can find themselves moving forward. Like they've said, they know that they need to win this game. And sometimes that can be a lot more challenging. Zane Davids thought about reaching out for the line. Roscoe Speckman goes away to the right. And Sevens Wapi does score the try for the South Africans. That is now their second try in this contest. Hello, says Pets Blaze. Welcome in. But that is the first of the Sevens 2024 series for Sevens Wapi. Of course, a serious knee injury. Should I do something funny? Well, that depends on what that is, Pets Blaze. But to the right-hand side, great bit of work from the Blitzboks. Few penalty advantages in a row, or a few penalties against Argentina back-to-back. Led to South Africa getting a lot of territory in the early stages of this contest. And Sharks will be tough in the final. Masuku carried them with his boot yesterday. Well, that's the thing. Like, his kicking was immense. 8 from 8 is the kind of number that you don't really see too often in a game of rugby union, mainly because kickers don't normally get 8 opportunities. But the fact that he was able to get them all over, like, I honestly feel, yes, overall the Sharks played decently at times, but without Masuku kicking them all over, they were going to be in trouble that game. And I feel like that is something that even like Shark supporters have said on that live stream as well. They said like his kicking just won the game for the South Africans. And Kiwi lads go South Africa, says Spider-Mac, and Los Pumas ill-disciplined again, says Ruth. Now only 100 seconds remaining in the first half. Argentina have got themselves the scrum feed after the knock-on from the South Africans. Hello everyone, Hamish looking fantastic today. Oh, I don't know about that. My nose is pretty red from being sick at the moment. The voice isn't sounding flash, but we're still here. Still doing the commentary on the channel. Jermaine Schultz now looking for the next gap. Isn't quite able to get it, and Zane Davids onto the ball. Locks his body in place. Always looks fantastic. Here's Anthony. And there as well, but currently 70 seconds remaining, and they will be able to kick this one downfield, more than likely the Blitzboks, unless, of course, they just want to take that quick tap, keep the game flowing. Well, I've decided New Zealand is the best. Says Ruth. And there as well. Yeah, I think second half, Argentina just need to try and really change the momentum of this match. Do you think South Africa can win a Vestic Champions Cup in the future? Maybe one day they will be able to get themselves a victory. I mean, people thought that they wouldn't win the URC, and then the Storm is the inaugural champions. So, you know, it'll take a bit, and it will take a lot of management and testing of depth, but if they can get that right, they can do all right. And the Champions Cup and I there, Roof, Cuz, says Spider-Mac now about to be thrown in by Roscoe Speckman. With 20 seconds remaining in the half. Nicely claimed by Tim Pretorius. Not bad, Hamish, I can't tell. Are you a sick? Says Ruth. That's going to be the penalty now, going the way of Argentina. Now 2 seconds remaining on the clock. Chance for Argentina to bring it back to within 3. Looking for the touch line and has been able to do so. Hell yes, Spider Buddy. Says Ruth. There's some big shots coming in. Sage running it forward. And then Luciano Gonzalez just gets locked over the ball. Pretty much holding Sage off the ground. That is how strong he is, Luciano Gonzalez. And Sage is not a small man, so that's pretty much 110 kg deadlift while also dealing with the player trying to push you downwards. So a change. It is actually going to be Sage making his way off the field. Whiskey to kill that buggy of Amy. Says Spider-Mac, and all good Cape Town Pumas. Move it, boys. Nicely claimed by Argentina. Now going away to this left-hand side. Back across. Alvarez goes to Palandini. Tobias Wade. Now Iskro. Back across again. To Alvarez. Finds the offload. Great shot on Schultz. And then now gives South Africa another attacking chance. Here comes Nokia. They're 40 metres out from their line at the moment. And Tobias Wade not able to get that turnover. Looks like South Africa were considering kicking this ball into touch, but now Tristan Lade's going to be running this one forward. Getting on the ball was Argentina. Will Ireland win it if South Africa win this? No. They would still have to beat New Zealand in their game. But if Argentina win this game, then it is confirmed that they are champions. Rub rose and lavender oil on your nose. It soothes it. Do you have a cold, Hamish? Your nose looks so red. Yeah, I have a cold, yes. I've been very sick throughout the weekend, as you guys may have noticed. But we are still here, still doing the streams. Now on the ball, Palandini. No, not winning the penalty from Ben Breakspear. I'm slowly starting to learn that no offence to him, he's got his favourite sides, and they are the ones that seem to get a few more things in their favour, is all I'm going to say. But now half-time, and this contest, 10 points to nil, one moment. I am going to mute for a second. We are good, although we are very blurry. There we go. Have fixed it. Hold the fort, South Africa. Come on, Pumas, need some points. What's the difference between this and the final that New Zealand made? So this game is for 5th place. The game between New Zealand and Ireland is for 1st. And then there is also a game for bronze taking place between Australia and Great Britain. And that game also means a lot because for Great Britain, if they manage to win that game, I believe they are confirmed as safe in the overall standings. Marathon man, our Hamish is running in those commentaries. So here's Ruth. And also we have got there all good Cape Town and New Zealand there as well from Ruth. But second half just around the corner. Like I mentioned, some great players still yet to make their way onto the field. Garcion, Raval, Graziano and Fraha here for the Argentines. In terms of players that the South Africans can replace their main team with, they've got Selvin Davids, Christy Hrubala, Impevesa, and they have made that change of Kuanokia, who is already out there on the field. That was to replace Dylan Sage. And Blitzboks have been very disappointing of late. Shows how Neil Powell's held things together. So here's Andrew. But that's the crazy thing, right? Like, yes, South Africa at times have looked a little bit rough, but theoretically they've lost one game in this League of the Sevens, and it was in golden point time. The rest of the games they've won up against some pretty tough opposition. But the problem is, when you get knocked out in a tough game, whether that's in the quarters or the semi, then sadly, you know, it looks bad because at best you can get yourself 5th place. Since when do we play 5th place playoffs? Is that South Africa or just in general? Because in general, they've been doing it for quite a while, I believe. At least this season and maybe the season beforehand. Waste of time. Says Noeta. I mean, we do also tell you where you can watch the game, but just because we've decided we don't like you, we're not going to tell you. Unlucky. It's going to be kicked off now by Argentina, and it's gone out on the full. And South Africa says Andrew. And so that's the final leg for overall champs. What happens in the last leg at the end of the month? So this one will determine who is at the top of the standings for the regular season, and that will also determine what happens for the pools of the final competition. Now, also next week, we will see the teams who are 9th to 12th. They are going to end up in the situation of playing off to keep their spot. And they'll be taking on those lower sides. Winner of this match is going to play who? No one. They will finish 5th, though. And the overall standings, another penalty, goes the way of South Africa to Japan. Win against Ireland, not quite. They missed the last kick that would have taken them to a draw. So, because of that, the end score was 19 points to 17 in that contest. Thanks, Hamish. Can't watch any game right now. Kid's taking over the TV remote. And also, so who's my team face in the final, Hammy? I know this is final with Aussie. So New Zealand are taking on Ireland in the final. So how many teams can still win the series title? So theoretically, for the overall points title, it's only Argentina and Ireland. In terms of the overall competition, there will be 8 teams all jockeying for it. And that is at the end of the month. Argentina could do so well. The two impatient silly errors. Says Ruth. Now it's going to be thrown in by Selvin Davids. They are 10 metres out from the line at the moment. The Blitzboks. Tian Pretorius makes the mistake and it is a knock on. It is going to now be the scrum feed for Argentina. Damn my lucky ladies. Strong comeback. So this is the 5th place final. It is indeed, yes. Only 5 minutes remaining in this contest. We also get to see a little bit later on USA versus France. That will be in the 7th place playoff. And then, of course, the 2 finals that we are covering on the channel. First of which at 9:40. And then the second game is at 10:20 p.m. New Zealand time. I'll break another back here for Jaquan Palandini. Going to the left-hand side. Nice shifting of the ball. Looks like it's going to be Marty dragged down just outside of the 22. Hamish won between New Zealand and Australia. It was New Zealand in the end for the men's, and now the women are actually going to be playing each other in the final of the women's side of the draw. Agustin Fraha now moves up to 35 metres out. Argentina still in with a really good shot here, but they have to score soon. If South Africa get themselves one more try, I would say that would be the end of the game. Here comes Luciano Gonzalez, close to the touchline, just stays in the field of play. So Vue Sawyer's Wapi, man, he was close to getting the turnover there, but referee says play on. Graziano now, finding another offload to Rodrigo Istro. Alvarez with the skip pass. Palandini slapped over the head with the no-look pass from Tobias Wade. Heading towards the corner, it's Hermes Schultz. In fact, it's Augustin Fraha. And he scores it now between the sticks. Argentina back into the game. And Hamish avoids my comments. No stress. Carry on, boss. Damn, unlucky lady. Strong comeback. Says the Blues, Nate. I think that was the only one that I missed, wasn't it? Of yours, Nate. Sorry for missing that one. He was playing in the Cup semi-finals. So the Champions Cup semi-finals, or are you talking about the Sevens? Because the Sevens semi-finals have already taken place, which is why New Zealand and Ireland have made their way through. Carry on, Hamish. Well, I mean, I did go back afterwards. Anyway, I didn't listen to Carry On, did I? I just kind of went back. I'm glad Speckman is back in the mix, though. JC Pretorius used to get a lot of work done for the Blitzboks. Pity he moved on to the Lions 15-man side. So here's Andrew Warren. And yeah, like, he is definitely a player that they have been missing. The guy's sick, man. He be trying. Says Naz Williams. And go, Nate, you're doing well. Says Roof. But now the score is 7 points to 10 at the moment. Slapping that one back is Argentina. Jumping on it, though, is Selvin Davids. And the ball is going to be back on the side of the Blitzboks. How on earth Ireland make the final? They beat some of the tough opposition in the competition. They managed to win the right games and make their way on. Like, they beat Argentina. They beat Great Britain. Those are the two playoff games that they played. They qualified high enough in their group to be able to go through to the quarterfinals. And, you know, they've got a lot better in recent times. What was the scoreline for the semi-finals? We saw New Zealand win about 28 points to 12, I believe it was. And then also alongside that, it was the other game. It went to golden point time, but in the end, Ireland won it by only the 3 points. Because, buddy, I appreciate it. You lads rock this. See here's Blues, Nate. And Irish, my goodness. And also come on the box. Here's Andrew Warren, but another opportunity here for Argentina. 2 minutes 20 remaining on the clock now. Ireland have easy draw, I believe. No, they still had to beat certain sides. Like, they beat Fiji, I think. Did they beat Fiji or did they lose to Fiji? But either way, they won all their other games. So, like, you can't discount what they've done too much. And, you know, sometimes you need a bit of the luck of the draw. And Ireland did get that a little bit here, but that doesn't mean that they haven't had to work hard to get to the point that they are. Hamish needs a hot Mexican woman to dance on his chest. I've never heard of that before, Roof, but sign me up. And Ireland have an easy draw. And I want to come give you a massage, my cuz. Says Nas. But yeah, the nose hopefully will clear up in the near future. Like, the Union stream tonight, I think is going to be the most brutal, seeing as, you know, for Sevens, we're kind of, you know, 20 minutes. Your nose is so red. Are you red off the red-nosed reindeer? Sure, we'll go with that. It's almost Christmas anyway. We're already in the 5th month of the year. But Argentina have got themselves another scrum feed. 90 seconds remaining. If they win this game, they will be crowned as the champions of the competition. But then they still have to defend that championship next leg of the Sevens for a different title that is on the line. We're now going off to the left-hand side here for Argentina. They need a try to take the lead. And there was a choke, y'all. Says Naz Williams, and breakfast ready yet? Roof, we hungry. Says the Blues, Nate. Okay, Hamish, we need to get you to Mexico first, says Roof. Now fired across, stolen by Tristan Lades, although he went for the risky offload. And it's going to be taken back now by Impevisa. and the Blitzboks. The ball's left behind Ketabelli. Now going back around here. Christy Robela is only sitting around maybe 40 meters out from the line. Argentina managed to steal the ball, and Tobias Wade will score the try. Xmas is a dirty word, it's a joke, says Kevin. But that's going to be the try for Tobias Wade. They are ahead now with only 25 seconds remaining. If they win this, they get the league title. Christy Robela. The ball just came out in the breakdown. That was close to a knock-on from Argentina, but the ref says play on. And now, South Africa, they lost, or almost lost, to the French in the final moments, but then they came back and scored with hardly any seconds remaining on the clock. That one's gone over, but there is still time for one last chance. But for now, Argentina are up 14 points to 10. Vamos Los Pumas. And in there as well. Now it's going to be kicked up high. Nicely taken by Tristan Lades. South Africa. The thing is, they know that this is one of those games that they have to win. And as much as it was shut down Argentina's party, the ball came out, the penalty goes the way of South Africa. They take the quick tap. There are a lot of nervous faces on that sideline for the Pumas. Passed out wide to Tristan Lades. If Argentina do not win this game, then they have to wait just that little bit longer. Trying to get the ball was Rodrigo Isgro. And the penalty goes the way of the Argentines. They will be able to tap that, kick it in to touch. And Argentina will take out the overall series points championship for 2024. 14 points to 10 the win for the Pumas. For the first time ever, they have got themselves the league winners title. But nonetheless, I do thank you all very much for tuning in. Our next live stream is going to be in 1 hour and 20 minutes time. And that is the contest taking place between, it will be New Zealand and Australia for the women's. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you all for the next one.